What if the thing you're most afraid of isn't actually what you think it is? Today, I will talk to you about my solo trip to Peru and how it transformed the way I live and love today. Before my solo trip to Peru, I expected to feel very scared. It was my first time traveling alone, also my first time spending that much time alone by myself. I thought fear and anxiety just would show up immediately. But something surprising happened. And at the beginning of the trip, I felt less scared than I thought I would. My mind felt clear. I knew I was doing something that I wanted to do for a long time. And I felt certain that I was in the right place. I had wanted to escape and just delete this feeling of loneliness, but rather than escaping and running away from it, I decided to sit and reflect on it. That sense of clarity gave me confidence, even though everything around me was unfamiliar. As the trip went on, I started to realize that I had feared for so long wasn't actually being alone. It was being lonely. And there's a big difference between the two. Being alone means spending time with yourself, cherishing your presence. Loneliness comes from feeling disconnected from yourself or from others. In Peru, I began to notice that even though I was alone, I didn't feel lonely, at least in the way I expected to feel. Instead, I felt present, I felt grounded, I was listening to my emotions, my body, and learning how to be with myself without any judgments. There were moments of discomfort, of course. Silence can be very loud, especially when you're not used to it. But instead of running away from it, I stayed. And in staying, I learned something very important. Being alone with yourself is not something to fear. It's something that can actually make you stronger. Through this experience, I learned how to appreciate my own presence. I stopped looking for distractions and started trusting myself. Challenges didn't feel something I needed to escape anymore. They become moments that made me feel stronger and show me that I was capable of handling on my own. When I returned home, this lesson didn't fade. I integrated and carried it with me to my connections, my relationships, and my everyday life. I felt more whole and more loving towards people around me. I wasn't trying to fill any empty space with other people anymore. Now, I love people from a whole state of mind. I show up because I want to, not because I need someone to complete me. That shift has made my friendships deeper, healthier, and more intentional. This solo trip taught me that stepping out of your comfort zone can reveal what you're truly afraid of. And sometimes it shows you that your fear was never what you thought it was. Learning to be with myself changed how I face challenges and how I love others. Because when you learn to enjoy your own presence, you realize what being alone doesn't mean being lonely. And that realization can change everything. Thank you so much.